Good morning. We are now on day 31 and you might be thinking I never saw day 30, and that's because we didn't show you. We did so much on day 29 that it was split into 2 vlogs, so we didn't have to cut anything out. The next day we were absolutely exhausted. We did do a bit though. We went to a really cool glass hutter, which was like where they blow glass. We also went to the Viking Museum here in Lofoten, and they've recreated a full Viking longhouse, the same length as the ruins they discovered here, which was 83 metres, absolutely massive.
Morning everyone, nice to see you all again. So yeah, yesterday it was a bit of a write-off. I felt a bit like a zombie. I was just walking around, I was so tired. It was the first time in this whole daily vlog challenge where I really didn't want to speak to the camera, and I just thought there's no point forcing it. We were like just dead. We had nothing to give. We were exhausted. We did stay awake for 20 hours the day before, and we had the most perfect day. If you missed yesterday's vlog, please check it out. It was just amazing. Lofoten Islands just look stunning, and we did this hike. We stayed up all night and watched the midnight sun. Had about 10 hours sleep last night. On this journey, I'm making us a little bit of lunch, peanut butter and banana and crackers, but it's quite a windy route and there's been a few near misses of dropping all the crackers on the floor.
So we still are on a pretty tight time limit. We have to get all the way down to the bottom of Estonia in 12 days. So we are going quite fast still. It feels like you could spend months exploring Lofoten, but we just don't have the time, unfortunately.
We were on our way to a town, but we actually saw this stunning beach from a distance with clear water, white sand beach. We're checking it out. Guys, I just put my jacket down and it's covered in black flies. I thought that the rock was black, just the colour, but it's black with flies. Oh, just driving along, 2 minutes from that beach, and the water is so green. It's got to be the greenest water I've ever seen. It's not in a gross way, in a beautiful turquoise way.
We woke up this morning with a really low cloud ceiling. All the peaks were hidden, but now the sun is burning through and it is turning into a really beautiful day. The water is just glistening and the sky is now blue.
So pleased the sun's come out for us. You can see the tops of the mountains. So we're starting our 30-minute walk into town. I think it's along the road, but there's quite a lot of people walking on the road, so I think it's the done thing.
So to get to Henningsvar, we actually have to cross a couple of bridges, and that is because the town itself is built on what used to be lots of little skerries and stuff, and they've connected them all up into a little town, and it is sometimes known as the Venice of Lofoten.
I like seeing Bamba right over there in the distance, under the massive mountains by the turquoise water. She's looking good.
We are just coming up to some more of these drying racks that they used to dry the cod out. And most of them are empty now, but this one is still very full.
This is the closest I've got to the cod drying rack. Bear in mind I don't eat fish. It is very fishy and stinky in here. I'm a bit nervous that one's going to fall on me. They are dripping because they're drying out. Apparently these fish, after they've dried, they lose 80% of their weight, and that results in them being 80% protein.
So the majority of this fish actually won't be eaten in Norway. It will be sent off to Italy, believe it or not, and that is all because one Italian sailor got shipwrecked here once, and while he was here he ate the codfish, and he took 60 codfish home with him, and it became a bit of a delicacy in Italy. So they've also not only got the cod drying, but they've also got plaice up here as well. That's where the fish are dried in all these racks, and this is where the fish head has dried.
They're like dinosaur heads. They're pretty freaky and they're way bigger than I thought. I didn't realise cod were this big.
So I've just been reading these info boards, and the other day I said there was evidence of people living here in Lofoten since Viking times, but actually it dates back way, way further. There's cave paintings here from 6,000 years ago. Yeah, so there's been people here for a long time.
So yeah, I'm definitely getting Cornish village, fishing village vibes here. A bit like Mevergizzy with the local jewellery, little souvenir shops, fish and chips. It's a nice place to come and have a wander. I've just read that this town, Henningsvær, has still got an active fishing fleet, but some of the older towns that haven't got the infrastructure to deal with the big fishing boats are no longer fishing from there, and they're just more of a touristy town.
So Joker's one of the more expensive supermarkets. It's more like a little convenience. They're quite small and really expensive.
No more in rural places.
Yeah. What's that? I don't know, but it looks good.
So yeah, I wanted to try some Norwegian bread, mainly because they sold out the cheaper one. It looks really soft.
So we're now walking through more of these cod drying racks. There's like forests of drying fish everywhere. There's just everywhere. But you might think living in this little town, it's all spread out through the islands. It might be quite hard to play any sport because there's not really any fields.
Well, I don't play football, but I can still appreciate how amazing this spot is to be able to play this game with the sea on your side, the mountains around you. What a backdrop. That was a nice stop at Henningsvær. So guys, we were on our way to our park up, and then I found this hike on the way and couldn't resist. So it's only an hour hike, should be quite short. It says it's really family friendly. We just want to do one more thing today, right before we go, settle in for the night. It's called, if I'm saying this, I hope I'm saying this right, Linkenfelden.
So this walk overlooks the town of Svolvær, which is sort of the capital of Lofoten Islands, and it's sort of like the administrative hub. I think it's still pretty small. We're not actually going to go into the town, but instead going to do this walk and we'll get a view over it instead.
I'm hoping we get a really nice view at the top. It's a really easy path, gravel track. Could definitely do this like a buggy or young children. You could even cycle up it if you wanted. That took us about 25 minutes to get to the top, and it's a really nice little viewpoint. You just get to see the incredible view of the Lofoten Islands, all that jagged, spiky headland. So we've arrived at our park up. It's really nice. We've got a really nice view in our back door tonight. Rebecca, if you're watching this reminds me of South America. So when me and my sister were in South America, we used to get loads of avocados off the side of the road when our bus stopped, and because we didn't have anything, we would just peel them and then eat them like this, and people would look at us really strangely. But it's a good way of eating them if you're on a picnic. So peel it halfway so you can hold a bit of the skin.